This video did not exist in your universe until you directed your attention toward it. Think about that for a moment. Out of millions of choices, your consciousness collapsed the wave of infinite possibilities and manifested this exact message on your screen right now. We are going to explore a phenomenon so common, yet so profoundly misunderstood, that it holds the key to the observer effect and the quantum field itself. We are talking about those moments when a sudden, intense memory of a smell hits you out of nowhere. I promise you, by the end of this transmission, you will no longer see yourself as a victim of circumstance, but as the ultimate creator of your reality. Tell me, have you ever felt that reality is just a thin veil, waiting for you to pull it back? To understand what is truly happening to you, we must first look at the invisible architecture of our world. The quantum field is not just a scientific theory, it is the living, breathing canvas of infinite potential. Imagine a vast ocean where every drop of water is a different possible reality. In esoteric terms, this is the wave of probability. Nothing in this field is solid until it is observed. Observation is not just looking at something with your physical eyes. Observation is an active, dynamic force. It is the focused energy of your consciousness interacting with the field. When you hold a vibration, when you focus your awareness, you act as an anchor, pulling one specific reality out of the infinite ocean and making it your physical experience. You are not moving through the world is moving through you, based on how you observe it. Have you ever been walking down the street, sitting in your room, or just going about your normal day, when suddenly an intense, unmistakable smell hits you out of nowhere? It is not just a faint whiff, it is a highly specific fragrance. Maybe it is the perfume of someone you knew 10 years ago. Maybe it is the exact scent of the rain hitting the pavement outside your childhood home. Or perhaps it is the smell of a specific meal being cooked, even though you are completely alone and miles away from any kitchen. Most people will quickly dismiss this. They will tell themselves it is just a random firing of neurons, a glitch in the brain, or a forgotten memory surfacing for no logical reason. But your intuition tells you otherwise, does it not? You feel a strange, momentary pause in the air, a feeling of suspension. This is because you are not just remembering a scent, you are experiencing a vibrational bleed-through. Your consciousness has just grazed the edge of a parallel reality where that specific scent is physically present. This is the first clue that the solid world around you is an illusion, a fluid hologram waiting for your command. You have just felt the quantum field shifting. To comprehend this profound shift, you must first let go of the greatest illusion of all, which is the illusion of linear time. You have been taught that time is a straight line, moving from the past, through the present, and into the future. But the quantum field does not operate on a straight line. Everything that has ever happened, everything that is happening, and everything that ever will happen is occurring right now in this exact moment. All timelines exist simultaneously, layered on top of each other. When you suddenly smell something that belongs to a past memory or a distant place, you are not traveling backward. Your consciousness is expanding laterally. You are briefly tuning your internal radio receiver to a different frequency. That scent exists in a parallel now. By experiencing it in your current moment, you are proving that your mind is not bound by the physical constraints of time and space. You are multidimensional, and these sudden scents are the echoes of your other selves living out their own simultaneous existence in the vast quantum architecture. This brings us to the fascinating reality of the multiverse of the self. There is not just one version of you. According to the laws of quantum mechanics and mystical traditions, there are infinite versions of you existing across infinite parallel realities. There is a version of you who made different choices, a version who lives in a different city, a version who is experiencing total abundance, and a version who is sitting in the exact environment where that sudden phantom smell originates. When that scent floods your senses, it means your energetic vibration has momentarily aligned with that specific alternate version of yourself. The walls between your realities have temporarily thinned. You are sharing sensory data across the quantum void. It is a moment of profound connection with the broader, infinite self. Your soul is reminding you that you are not limited to this single narrative. You have access to the experiences, the wisdom, and the environment of every version of yourself if you learn how to consciously direct your focus. But what exactly happens in your brain during this quantum intersection? We must look at the biological antenna known as the olfactory system. Unlike your other senses, the sense of smell bypasses the logical processing centers of the brain and goes directly to the limbic system, the ancient seat of emotion and memory. However, in the realm of quantum psychology, the brain is not just processing physical particles in the air, it is decoding frequencies. Your brain acts as a highly sensitive quantum receiver. When you experience a phantom smell, no physical molecules are entering your nose. Instead, your consciousness has downloaded a frequency code from the quantum field. Your brain translates this non-physical frequency into a sensory experience you can understand, which is the scent. It is a direct download from the unified field. Science tells us that quantum entanglement allows particles to communicate instantaneously across vast distances. Your consciousness is entangled with the parallel reality, and the scent is the decrypted message arriving in your physical vessel. Let us examine the exact moment of the phase shift. When the scent arrives, you usually experience a momentary state of trance. Your eyes might glaze over, your breathing might change, and for a split second, you forget where you are. This is not a distraction, this is the phase shift itself. In this fraction of a second, your awareness has transferred a portion of its energy into the parallel reality. You have literally phased out of your current physical space and phased into the other. It is a micro jump between timelines. If you were hooked up to advanced quantum measuring devices, they would register a spike in your electromagnetic field. This is the moment your consciousness collapses a different wave of probability. You are straddling two worlds. The scent anchors you to the new reality, while your physical body anchors you to the old one. This split second of duality is your raw, untapped power revealing itself. It shows you how effortlessly your mind can travel across the dimensions of existence. Why does this happen seemingly out of nowhere? The answer lies in the mechanics of unconscious manifestation and vibrational matching. You are constantly emitting a frequency based on your thoughts, your deep-seated beliefs, and your emotional state. Sometimes, without even realizing it, your internal frequency aligns perfectly with the frequency of a parallel reality. Perhaps you felt a fleeting moment of pure peace, or a sudden burst of nostalgia, or even a deep, unspoken desire for change. This shift in your energetic signature acts like a magnet. It pulls the fabric of a parallel reality closer to your current experience. The sudden smell is the result of this vibrational match. It is the quantum field responding to the new frequency you just broadcasted. You did not consciously ask for the smell, but your energy commanded the shift. This is the ultimate proof that you are always manifesting, always shifting, even when you are not paying attention. The universe is simply echoing your internal state back to you through sensory phenomena. This phenomenon is what esoteric practitioners call reality bleeding. Imagine two transparent sheets of paper, each with a different drawing on it. If you slide them over each other, there is a point where the images overlap, and you can see both at the same time. This is what happens during a phase shift. The reality where the scent naturally occurs has bled into your current timeline. These overlap points are highly volatile and extremely powerful moments. They represent a tear in the fabric of the illusion we call normal life. When you experience reality bleeding, you are standing in a gateway. It is a physical demonstration that the boundaries defining your world are incredibly porous. The scent is just the most noticeable aspect of the bleed-through. If you were to quiet your mind completely in that moment, you might also pick up on subtle changes in the lighting, a shift in the temperature, or even distant sounds belonging to that parallel space. You are standing in the intersection of infinity. So how do you decode the specific scent? Why that smell, and why now? Every scent holds a specific energetic signature. When you phase through a reality and catch a phantom smell, It is a message from your higher self. If you smell the perfume of an old lover, it does not mean you need to contact them. It means you have aligned with the vibration you held during that time in your life. Perhaps it was a vibration of passion, or perhaps it was a vibration of abandonment. The quantum field is asking you to observe that frequency. If you smell rain, it often signifies a timeline of cleansing and renewal. If you smell something burning, it might indicate that an old version of you is being destroyed to make way for the new. The scent is a symbolic language. The parallel reality you just touched is offering you a piece of data. By analyzing how that specific smell makes you feel, you can understand exactly what frequency you are currently emitting and what kind of future you are collapsing into existence. This is where the observer effect becomes your greatest tool. In quantum physics, a particle exists in a state of superposition, meaning it is everywhere at once until it is observed. The moment it is observed, it collapses into a single point of reality. When the sudden smell hits you, you are the observer. How you react to the scent determines what happens next. If you ignore it and quickly return to your mundane tasks, you collapse the wave back into your ordinary, repetitive timeline. You close the gateway. But what if I tell you that you can choose differently? If you stop, close your eyes, and deeply focus your attention on the scent, you intensify the observation. By placing your full conscious awareness on the anomaly, you stabilize the connection to the parallel reality. You are telling the quantum field, I see this, I accept this, bring me more of this frequency. The observer effect proves that your attention is the very mechanism that solidifies the fluid nature of the universe. The bridge between these parallel worlds is not built of logic, it is built of emotional resonance. Emotions are the magnetic force of the quantum field. When the phantom smell arrives, it almost always brings a sudden rush of emotion, a deep longing, a spark of joy, or a sudden wave of comfort. This emotion is the quantum glue. The parallel reality is held together by this specific emotional frequency. By feeling the emotion that accompanies the scent, you are strengthening the bridge. Your physical body is in one reality, but your emotional body has successfully traveled to the other. To master your reality, you must learn to ride these emotional waves. Do not suppress the feeling that comes with the smell. Let it wash over you completely. The deeper you allow yourself to feel the resonance, the more of that parallel reality you drag into your current experience. You are literally using your heart as an engine to pull a new timeline into your physical dimension. It is time to discard the myth of the random memory. Traditional psychology will tell you that the brain simply misfired and recalled a sensory data point from your past. But this explanation is a limitation designed to keep you trapped in a materialistic view of the universe. It robs you of your power. The quantum model of consciousness demands that you reject this limitation. Nothing in this universe is random. The universe is a perfectly ordered, mathematically precise reflection of consciousness. A sudden, unexplainable smell is an intentional event. It is a feature of the system, not a bug. When you accept that this is a phase shift rather than a neurological glitch, you reclaim your sovereignty. You step out of the role of a biological machine and into the role of a divine creator. You begin to see your entire life as a series of quantum interactions. This shift in perspective is mandatory if you wish to truly understand how to bend reality to your will. Let us break down how your thoughts actually collapse reality during these moments. Thought is the electrical charge of manifestation. When you catch the scent and your mind immediately jumps to a specific thought, you are sending an electrical current into the quantum field. If the smell brings a thought of limitation or sadness, you collapse a timeline that matches that limitation. But if you intercept the smell and intentionally project a thought of power, abundance, and gratitude, you use the open gateway to rewrite your future. The smell has opened the door, and your thought decides what walks through it. This is the mechanics of shifting through focus. You must train your mind to act like a laser beam. When the sensory anomaly occurs, do not let your thoughts wander aimlessly. Direct them with absolute precision toward the reality you wish to inhabit. Use the momentum of the phase shift to propel your greatest desires into physical materialization. Your thought is the command code. In the realm of quantum psychology, we refer to this as synchronicity, acting as a feedback loop from the field. Synchronicity is not just a meaningful coincidence, it is the universe talking back to you. When you start doing the inner work, raising your vibration and consciously creating your reality, the quantum field responds. The sudden smell of a parallel timeline is one of the highest forms of synchronicity. It is the field saying, "I hear you, you are shifting, the coordinates are changing." It is a tangible sign that your energetic work is altering the physical world. Think of it as a progress report from the universe. The more often you experience these phantom scents, the more fluid your reality has become. It means you are loosening your grip on the old, dense matrix of your past limitations. You are becoming a master of the wave, riding the currents of infinite probability with grace and awareness. Celebrate these moments, for they are the proof of your spiritual evolution. You will often find that these phantom scents are accompanied by another powerful phenomenon, which is déjà vu. Déjà vu and sudden, unexplainable smells are twin signals of a major timeline jump. While the scent tells you that you are overlapping with a parallel reality, déjà vu tells you that your current consciousness has successfully merged with the consciousness of your alternate self. You feel as though you have been here before, because a version of you has. When you experience both at the same time, a sudden smell followed by a wave of déjà vu, you are standing at a major nexus point in your life. This is a moment of profound cosmic realignment. The universe is literally restructuring itself around your new vibrational state. Do not brush these moments off. Stop moving. Breathe deeply. Acknowledge the shift. You have just bypassed years of linear struggle and jumped directly onto a higher timeline. The old rules no longer apply to you. Knowing this, what is the protocol? How must you navigate the new timeline once the scent fades and the phase shift is complete? The most crucial step is to act in accordance with the new reality. The scent was the invitation, your actions are the acceptance. If the smell brought a feeling of supreme confidence and success, you must carry yourself with that exact confidence for the rest of the day. You cannot experience a quantum shift and then immediately return to your old habits of complaining, doubting, and fearing. Doing so will violently snap you back to the lower timeline. You must anchor the new frequency into your physical body through action. Speak differently. Walk differently. Make decisions from the perspective of the parallel self who naturally resides in that reality. The field requires physical proof that you have accepted the upgrade. By aligning your actions with the frequency of the shift, you solidify the new reality around you. This revelation completely redefines the law of attraction. The mainstream version of this law teaches you that you are a magnet trying to pull things toward you from a distance. But this implies separation. It implies that what you want is out there, away from you. The quantum truth is far more empowering. You do not attract anything. You shift to a reality where it already exists. The phantom smell is the ultimate proof of this law of shifting. You did not attract the smell from the past. You shifted your consciousness to a parallel present where the scent is active. To master manifestation, you must stop trying to drag the universe toward you. Instead, you must become the frequency of the reality you desire, and your consciousness will automatically phase into it. The reality of wealth, health, and profound love already exists in the multiverse. You simply have to match its coordinates. You are navigating the infinite, not pulling it. As you become more adept at these quantum shifts, you must also be prepared for the physical body's adjustment period. Letting go of the old reality is not just a mental exercise, it is a biological process. When you phase through timelines, your cells must adapt to a new electromagnetic environment. After experiencing intense phantom sense or major synchronicity, you might feel sudden exhaustion, a slight ringing in the ears, or even temporary disorientation. This is normal. Your physical vessel is upgrading its hardware to run the new software of your expanded consciousness. Do not resist this process. Rest when you need to. Drink plenty of water to conduct the new electrical currents in your nervous system. Your body is the anchor that holds your consciousness in this dimension. Treat it with profound respect as it recalibrates to match the vibration of the parallel realities you are now consciously exploring. Now, let us take this a step further. What if I tell you that you can use sensory anchors for conscious reality creation? You do not have to wait for the quantum field to surprise you with a phantom smell. You can hack the system. Find a specific scent, an essential oil, or a perfume, and deliberately associate it with your highest desired reality. Smell it only when you are in a state of deep meditation, visualizing your ultimate success, and feeling the emotions of having it all. Do this repeatedly until the neuropathways and the quantum connection are forged. Then, take that scent out into your daily life. Whenever you feel yourself slipping into doubt or lowering your vibration, take a deep breath of that scent. You will intentionally trigger a phase shift. You will force your consciousness to snap back to the higher timeline. You are using the exact mechanics of the multiverse to lock yourself into the reality of your choosing. This is the ultimate realization of your power. You must fully embody the understanding that you are the projector, not the screen. The reality you see around you, the room you are in, the device you are watching this on, it is all just the projection of your internal state. When you catch a sudden smell from nowhere, it is a glitch in the projection, reminding you of who you truly are. You are the source of the light. You are the consciousness that breathes life into the hologram. Stop giving your power away to the external world. Stop reacting to the circumstances around you as if they are fixed and final. They are entirely malleable. Every thought, every focused observation, every emotional resonance is you twisting the lens of the projector. The parallel realities are always there, waiting in the dark. It is only your light, your awareness, that brings them into focus. Claim this authority. It has always belonged to you. We have reached the edge of the veil. Awakening to the multidimensional self is not a one-time event. It is a continuous journey of remembering. Every time you experience the sudden memory of a smell, every time the air shifts and you feel the presence of a parallel timeline, smile. Acknowledge the magic of your own existence. You are a vast, infinite being, currently focused into a physical body to master the art of creation. The universe is not happening to you. It is happening through you and for you. The quantum field is your playground. The rules of physics are just suggestions, waiting to be overwritten by the power of your awakened mind. Embrace your nature as a reality creator. Step into the unknown with absolute certainty that the ground will appear beneath your feet. You are the observer, the architect, and the masterpiece, all at once. But what if I tell you the final truth? You are not in reality. You are reality, observing itself. Every scent, every timeline, every parallel existence is just a different reflection of your own infinite consciousness. You are the creator of your experience through the simple yet profound act of observation. Thank you for joining me in this quantum transmission. If this message resonated with your soul, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like to signal your readiness to the field. To anchor this new timeline and lock in your quantum shift, write this exact phrase in the comments below. I am the observer, creating my reality. By typing these words, you make a physical declaration to the universe. Now tell me, what other bizarre signs or synchronicities have you noticed in your life recently? Let us decode the matrix together in the comments.